Yep.
We are here holding the sign on the first floor of the Capitol, even though Mike Hipsch and DOA code says that we have to go to the ground floor because the Constitution says that we can be in a public area and we have the right to hold a sign on this floor. That's really all I have to say. Now Jeremy can take it.
Really what this is a civil disobedience action to prove that one man, Mike Hipsch, and one administration, the Walker administration, cannot take away our constitutional rights. I mean, this is an administration that seems to think they're above the law, and they're willing to do whatever it takes at the expense of anyone. I mean, they've attacked the public workers. They've attacked the college students, UW students in particular, UW-Madison students in particular. They've attacked the children with their education bills. Who's next? I mean, eventually there's going to be no more groups that they can attack, and everyone is just going to end up being attacked. And we can't wait until that point to step up and take action, because if you wait until that point, it's too late. And our entire state is in shambles, and what can we do? I mean, it's kind of like the Bush years. Look at George W. Bush. George W. Bush had 8 years of horrible presidency. And then what ended up happening was Obama came in, and he was expected to fix what no man can fix. There's nobody that can fix it. So what we're doing is we're taking a stand now so that it doesn't get to that point, so that it doesn't get to the point where the end of the 8 years of Bush were, where there's no longer beyond fixing. And so that's why it's important that everyone gets out and everyone takes a stand, because without...
Take a stand now.
Yeah.
You still have the rights, otherwise you're going to lose it.
Yeah, take a stand while you still have the chance, you know, because well, you still have a chance to change something. I mean, look at the recalls. They're already starting to back up. Look at this. This was March 23rd. We held our first sign and got our first ticket. That was the first ticket issued for holding a sign. It brought exposure to the fact that holding signs is illegal on the first floor of the Capitol. But what it did more importantly is it transpired into a bigger movement. More people started coming, more people started holding signs. And it became something that they could no longer control. It threw a curveball. Now, then they started disobeying the law with the Judge Sumi order. And it was quite evident that they weren't thinking about what they were doing. They were just doing it. And so with that being said, but we proved what just a small group of people can do. And anyone can come out, and anyone can stand there. They can take a stand. They can, even just protesting, even just coming out to the Capitol holding a sign. You know, that shows something. I mean, if everyone came up and held a sign on the first floor, it's still like a jab to Mike Hipsch's side and his ego. Even if they're not ticketing, even if they're not arresting, you better believe they're watching. And it's still jabbing at them. They're like, oh, you know, we tried to constrain them. Yeah, we tried to constrain them, and they're still coming, and they're multiplying. And that's what it is. I mean, they try to limit us to the ground floor so that Scott Walker can walk out of his office and he can look down on us. It's a power play.
And the
he wants to be
acoustics
able
are
to
much
look down.
better up here.
Yeah, the acoustics are much better, the visibility is much better. I mean, some people say, why don't you just take your signs down to the ground floor? Well, there is a reason.
Because we don't have to.
Well, one reason is because we don't have to. The other reason is because on the first floor, it's the best visibility. You can see it from the second floor. You can see it from the ground floor. If you're on the ground floor, you can't see it from the second floor. If you're on the second floor, you can't see it from the ground floor.
And they know that.
And they know that, yeah. They don't want the visibility. They want to try to limit our visibility and try to limit our freedoms as much as possible, but we're not going to take it. We're not going to let them do it. We're not going to let it happen. And this is something that everyone can do. It's not just a Jeremy and Valerie thing. You know,
we're nobody special.
Yeah, we're just average.
We haven't really done anything special. We just exercised our constitutional rights here.
We're just ordinary people that were sick and tired of watching people getting trampled on, and sick and tired of watching the cops come up and intimidate people and say, you got to move your sign down, and them complying. That we decided not to comply once because we knew we were on the right side of the law. That's it. That's all we are. And everyone else can do the same thing. They can show them, look, we're not going to take it. We're not going to allow them to infringe upon our rights that we hold dear, that our soldiers are out there dying for. We just won't allow it. And so I encourage everyone to do it.